And there you were, live. Oh, not going to be too long, I hope. Um, yeah, there's someone not really doing it to have a chat. But I don't think people realise that I'm pretty much going against what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, anyone who's not been in through the chase probably won't understand this, but those that have, don't tell anyone. Don't trust anyone. Hi, NFJ. How are you? Oh, hello, friend. Don't trust anyone, not even me. So don't tell anyone about the place. Don't trust no one. Don't tell anyone what's going on. And I'm telling you what's going on. And that's to help you. And I should not be helping you. I shouldn't be helping you. I should just let you get run over. Seriously, honestly, truly, I should just let you get run over. Like people burning evidence because they think that they can hide stuff. You can't hide anything. It's all done. It's all dusted. Everything is known. Everything's copied. There's nothing. There's nothing that's hidden. I've told you this all before, and I shouldn't be telling you, but I am telling you in order that you change before shit hits the fan. You're already seeing what's happening. You're already seeing what's happening, and I can't stop that. Once the first domino went, then all the others are going to follow suit. And the only thing, like I've said, is the only way to get out of that chain, seriously, the only way to get out of it is to make sure that you're one of the last dominoes and that you have changed what you're doing. Basically, repented and spoke to God. Listen, I don't care how you believe it. I don't care what you believe. If you believe it's the Matrix, then it's the Matrix. And there is someone that is all powerful that runs the Matrix. That is all powerful. And there are people that think that they control the Matrix, and they don't. They absolutely don't. They really, really don't. Really, really don't. And the person who does control the Matrix is changing the way things are run. Seriously. So, an example, you're still playing the old game. You're still playing the game that you think is being run. It isn't. And I'm not, anybody in the chase will know, I'm not, hello, Jeff, how you doing? I'm not a religious person. I never used to talk about God. I never used to talk about any of this. Never used to talk about politics. It was only the chase. The nothing is as it seems, finding out the truth, and then finding the truth of this reality that we're in. And we've been screwed, and it pissed me off. And, you know, it pissed me off about the chase, but it pissed me off more about this is not just the chase. This is everything. So the example that I want to put to you, you know, and if you think it's temporary, go ahead, keep doing what you're doing. I've warned you. I'm going to have not even that little bit of I care what happened to you. At the moment, I do. At the moment, I do, and I'm telling you because I don't think anybody should suffer in anything. But you're going to get karma. You're going to get it, and it's going to be rough. And it won't be just this lifetime. It won't just be this lifetime. Like you might not remember it in the next lifetime, but you're going to get it. That's if you don't end up somewhere else. And I've told you, I don't want no one hurt. And I'm not trying to hurt anybody. But I'm telling you now, you carry on doing what you're doing, and you are screwing yourself over, left, right, and centre, and it has nothing to do with me. Everything that you do that's bad is more karma to you. Everything. Every single thing. You're being judged. We're all being judged. All of us. And I don't care if you think I'm crazy. And I shouldn't be telling you this because it's helping you. It don't help me. I could just leave you to it. The fact that I'm telling you gives you a heads up. And you should be grateful to that. Seriously, seriously. The fact that you know is giving you a heads up. And you should be grateful for that. But it's not giving you a heads up to try and hide the evidence. You can't do that. It's all around you. The person picking up the information, the person in charge who writes this matrix, whatever you want to call it, this world that we're in, whatever. They wrote it. They wrote the code. They know the game. They're in charge of the game. And they see everything that's going on. Everything. There's nothing that's hidden because it's part of the script that they wrote. So please stop it. Otherwise, like I say, I won't have any, nothing. I've tried my best to help everyone. The dark spirits, the light spirits, the angels, ancestors, blah, 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 the aliens, the different realms, the different species. It's all connected. I've tried to help everybody. Seriously, even the dark spirits, I've tried to help them. Because they're all part of this creation. Whatever this creation is, they're all part of it. And nobody deserves to be hurt or killed. And the only way to do it is to admit that this existence, wherever it is, whichever plane it is, whatever it is, this existence is not controlled by us. And the person that controls this every existence, every plane of reality, every quantum bloody blah blah, whatever they all are. I don't know this stuff. I only know what is true. I don't go into details about. I'll talk about this religion, I suppose. The red and blue symbol, either red and dark blue or red and black, a figure of this woman, I think. And the story is these two ladies. One lady said to her friend that the man that she marries is a billionaire and she'll be living a billionaire lifestyle. You probably know this. No, I don't know it, but so red and dark blue or black, this figure of this religion, whatever the religion is, and it's almost an Indian sounding name. But whatever the religion is, this woman says to her friend that she's going to marry a billionaire and she's going to have a billionaire lifestyle. And her friend thinks, oh, if I get in with the man that she meets and he comes with me, I will have the billionaire lifestyle. Remember, the man that she marries is going to make her a billionaire. So the so-called friend thinks, So she says nasty things about her friend to the point where the man that she just met decides that he doesn't want to be with her. He wants to be with this friend that's a shady character, that's been saying bad things about her, which aren't true. And she ends up stealing the boyfriend off her in the knowledge that her friend said the man that she marries is going to be a billionaire, is going to make her a billionaire. So they go off into the sunset, this so-called friend and this man. Unbeknownst to this so-called friend, the lady that she talks shit on meets another man who she marries, and he is the billionaire. You see, if she'd have waited, she'd have seen it was only until she got married that the man she met was a billionaire, not just the man that she met. So you people jump the gun too soon, assume something that isn't true, or may not be true, or is true, or whatever it is, it doesn't really matter because you just made an assumption of something that you think you can control and you can't, and it's going to bite you in the arse. Specifically, going after this divine person, because basically what you're doing is going after something that I haven't really asked for. See, don't trust no one, not even me. Because I don't know what I want. I want everything. Seriously, I want everything. Every single woman, every single one. I love every single one of them. So to choose one, no. So do I want one soulmate, or do I want loads of soulmates, or did you pick the wrong soulmate or twin flame? I'm getting the feeling you picked the wrong one. Because until you chose my soulmate, you did. You chose my soulmate, my twin flame, and you made sure that I didn't meet my twin flame. But I didn't want one. I didn't ask for one. Because I didn't know about that kind of love. Now, because I don't do religion, I don't understand it. I absolutely don't understand it. That's not to say that when I meet this person, I don't have the feelings that's supposed to go with that. That may be the case. But I never knew that person existed. It was never in my mind that that person existed. There may be a person in my mind now, but there was never a person in my mind then. Because you fuckers, you didn't allow it, did you? You see, people say that I've changed. I haven't changed. I haven't changed. I've always been me. I've been the me that you created, not the me that I am. Because you don't know the me that I am. The me that you created, that you thought I was, that you wanted me to be, that's the me that you know. Because I wanted you to know what you wanted me to be. But the me that I am, that me hasn't changed. Because that me is the me that was on his arse. That me is the me that had his face in the dirt. That me was the fucker that you couldn't keep down. And I haven't changed. I am still that fucker. You see what happens when you make assumptions? As I told you, for the last 4 years, don't make assumptions, make deductions. I never make an assumption. As I've told you, for the last 4 years, I don't assume anything. I find out the truth. So please don't say that I've changed. I am still the person that you had on the floor with your foot on my neck. I am still that person who said, you will never, ever, ever break me. Ever. I am still that person. Literally, I'm still that person. I am not the person that you thought I was. The person that you thought you were screwing over. I was never that person. That's the person you thought I was. That's the person you assumed that I was. The fact that I'm here talking to you proves I was never that person. Not that I've changed. It's not that I have changed. It's that I was never the person that you thought I was. Because that was the game. You were playing your game and I was playing my game. How the fuck is it that no matter what I do, I can't win? Because the game is rigged. Okay, if the game is rigged, how the fuck do I get this fucker's foot off my head and stand up? So guess what? I played in the in-between, I played in the unknown, and I played in hell. They were my playing grounds. That's all I had. That is all I had. The in-between, the unknown, and hell. And I've already told you, my light, too bright for them demons. I couldn't stay there anymore. So God sent the devil to take me out. Because the devil didn't want me there. So now, I have been to every realm, every multiverse, every space-time continuum. I have been everywhere playing. Everywhere playing. Everybody knows me. Everybody knows me. Some people love me, some people hate me. I don't care. If you hate me, I don't understand why. Because I'm only playing and giving people love. That's all I'm doing. I'm just playing and giving people love. And people want me dead. And that's crazy. Like, I want a really nice, happy, whatever you call the everything. Whatever the everything is. Every plane of existence, blah, blah, blah. Whatever everything is, I want everyone to be happy in whatever existence they have. And people want me dead. And some people think it's temporary. But unfortunately, the only thing that's temporary is how long you get to keep the lifestyle that you have. That's the only thing that's temporary. And you already know that because of what's been happening. And, you know, you can think I'm mad. I don't care. I've been somewhere, literally been somewhere where I couldn't give a fuck. Do you think I'll give a fuck now? No, I don't. I just want everyone to be happy. I want it to be contentment, like Forrest said. You know, just contentment for everyone. Everyone and everything. The animals, the plants, the babbling brook, blah, blah, blah. All of it. Because they're all listening. They're all talking. I just want people to stop hurting themselves. To stop giving themselves a shit life. To just speak nice to themselves and nice to others. That's all I want. That's all I want. But it seems some people don't want that. Tough. Absolutely tough. And again, I reiterate, I shouldn't be telling you anything. I should just be kicking back, enjoying myself, staying in a high vibration, not mixing with low vibrational people. I'm not saying that people in here are low vibrational. So around the world, there are low vibrational people who will hear this. Bearing in mind, I've been everywhere, past, present, future. When I'm speaking to the past, I'm speaking to the present, and I'm speaking to the future. You don't have to believe me. I'm telling you the truth. And I have been everywhere. There is nothing that's going to scare me. There is nothing that's going to deter me. Now, I'm not telling you I'm going to run you over. I'm saying you are going to run you over. You are going to be the cause of your own demise, not me. I haven't started yet. I seriously haven't. I've just been warning you about the repercussions of what it is that's being done. How, in any way, shape, or form, does that deserve your hatred? All I've done is warn you. Listen, all I've done is warn you that what you're doing is hurting you. And my condolences, by the way. All that I've done is warn you that what you're doing is hurting you. That's it. That's all I've done. And offered love. And you still think that I'm the enemy. And I am. I'm the enemy to what you're doing. But I'm not your enemy. Because I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to put you in a place where At the moment, you have billions and billions, or millions and millions, or you're just in a good lifestyle, but you're shitting on people. And I'm saying, if you stop doing that, if you repent and turn to God and ask for forgiveness, He may let you keep everything that you've got. Live the lifestyle you've got, be honest and true, and whatever it is that, is your kind of loyalty to whoever runs the show. I can assure you now, and you've seen it's happening already, and it'll happen more. The dominoes tip, and the rest of them will all just fall. The only way to save yourselves, all of you, any of you, and some of you, it's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late, because the punishment will not be as bad. Now, I know that sounds crap. Oh, so we get punished. Well, you could be stuck in a different realm, shouting and screaming for people to hear you, and nobody hears you because you're in nowhere. I've been there, trust me. You could be in a place where there's nothing, there's no one. You can see things, you can see the world around you, but nobody knows you're there. You could be there. You can be in hell, you can be in purgatory, you can be lots of different places. Or you may just be still on this earth, still living, and not have as much money. And then you go through the process that every other person went through, but with a bit more understanding about how to get there. So I'm trying to help you. It's not the person that I meet, the twin flame, the original, that you try to keep from me. It's the person that I marry. I could meet 20 different women, and it won't be until the one that I marry. That's the one you've got to be worried about. Because I want all women. I love all women. I love everybody. I don't know how many twin flames there are. I don't know how many soulmates there are. But I can assure you now, if there were 20 soulmates outside my door, I would love all of them. All of them. Every single one of them. Good luck choosing. Because I can't choose myself. I never knew it. I never knew it. This love that you people talk of, I never knew it. I don't understand it. I don't understand that unconditional love. That's not to say I haven't loved. That's to say this love that people are talking of, I never had it. It never came into my life. This love that people are talking of, it never came into my life. And I didn't know what a twin flame or a soulmate was. I thought they were just somebody that, you were destined to meet. I didn't realize it had more connotations to it, because I'm not very religious. That's right, I'm not very religious. And I wasn't very spiritual. I was just a man trying to get by. Trying to get some fucker's foot off my head. That was it. Didn't know about all of this stuff. So, OFJ, hey Queen, how are you? I'm going to make that a bit higher because I can't read. MJ and Geo, get a dog. They are lovers. Mario, not the enemy. You're not the enemy. Cool. Love it. Single barrel silo. Boo. Oh my word. Why'd I just say that like that? Hey, how are you? Yeah, I am content. That, for the first time in a long time, and I'm talking, like, my life has not been a content life. I'll be honest. It wasn't. Well, it's a long story. And, some people know why my life was the way that it was. But it wasn't the sort of life that most people have. It really wasn't. But now my life is okay. And that's no disrespect to all the people that I know or knew in I'm not going to say my previous life because I'm still alive, but in my previous past. So people that I've loved throughout my life, but not in this way that I'm being told that's what this love is. I never, ever, ever, ever knew about twin flames and soulmates and what the meaning behind that and the feelings behind that were. And now that I do, I'm trying to give it to everyone. That's it. That's all I want to do. I want to give love to everyone. That's my mission, to give love to everyone. To let everyone understand that God is in charge. And all he wants is to bless everyone and make everybody happy. That's all he wants to do. Unfortunately, there are some people who think they're God and they don't want us to have that, because then they think, it's strange, they think that us being happy takes it away from them. But they're not happy anyway. What could potentially happen is they would be happier in the future than they are now if they just left things alone. They would be happier. They may be rich, they may have loads of money, they may have a lot of power, but they're not happy. They do things to make them happy that they think makes them happy, but they're not happy, because only when you have... See, Forrest did all of this. He knew everything that he said, he knew. So it's all about contentment. Like if you're happy, you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be famous, you don't have to... If you're just happy knowing that every time you wake up, it's a good day. If you're happy knowing that, well, not happy knowing, but content knowing that sometimes shit happens. Life gets in the way, as Mike says. Sometimes that happens. Now, instead of having the mindset of, you have the mindset of, okay, I'll take this on and I'll learn from this. And I'll make it into a positive. So this bad thing that's happened, it's meant to happen. It's always going to be meant to happen. And I'm always going to have to face it. But this is the important bit. I learn from this lesson. And I make it a positive event. Once I learn from it and make it a positive event, I don't have to have that lesson again. I don't have to have that lesson again. Which means if I don't wake up every morning going, oh, I've got to go to work today and it's going to be rubbish and it's going to be this, that, and the other, guess what? Every day you're going to wake up and it's going to be the same thing, because you haven't learned that that's not the case. If you learn that waking up every day and having to go to work is not going to be the worst thing that happens in the world, you won't have that lesson to learn. The only lessons you'll learn then is, if you have a bad event at work, what's the lesson to be learned from that? Then that won't need to be learned again. And pretty soon, you won't have any lessons to learn. So every time you wake up, it'll be a great day. Every time you go to work, it'll be a great day. And so on and so on and so on. But people are talking their crap lies into existence. My kids won't grow up to be anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just using an example. My kids won't grow up to be anything. So their kids don't grow up to be anything. My kid won't be able to blah, 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 so they won't. My husband doesn't help me with the dishes and he sits on his ass all day and that's what you'll get. My wife doesn't love me. She spends too much time watching the telly, blah, blah, blah. And that's what you'll get. It's exactly what you get, because you're telling the person in charge of this game that we're playing in, you're telling them, this is the game that you want to play. This is the game that you want to play. So he says, okay, that's the game they want to play. That's the game they'll play. And until they learn that they don't need to do this, they'll keep playing it. The other side of that is there are people that do speak good things into existence. They win the lottery because they speak it to existence, and God says, or the universe, whatever it is, God says, okay, they want to win the lottery. There you go. And it's the worst thing that happened to them because they're not ready to win the lottery. They didn't learn any lessons, and therefore they couldn't learn the lesson of how to behave when they win the lottery. So you have people that have loads of money and then end up with nothing because they weren't ready for the lesson of winning the lottery. So this life that we live in is about positively wanting what you want and not negatively hurting other people with what you want. That's it. That's how simple it is. And I just want everyone to get along. That's all I want. That's what Forrest said. I mean, he obviously knew. He's either been through this, probably when he was in the jungle. He's either been, no, probably before then. He's been through some sort of, maybe he's been through a dark night of the soul. Whoever did this, whoever wrote this, however this came about, or that's the story that's, that's going to come about from the information that's been gained from the person we know as Major Forrest Burke fan. He definitely is talking about what I'm not supposed to be talking about and what he hid in that book. And I just want people to get along. And if you hate me for that, I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to fight you over it. I'm not going to argue with you over it. I'm just going to let you do what you do. I'll let you be you, and I'll carry on being me. And what happens to you, I know, is your fault, not mine. And I'll know I did everything that I could. Well, I don't know about everything that I could. I know that I came on here and I said, this is the case. This is how it is. It is not temporary. It's not temporary. This is a judgment for everyone, everywhere. Everywhere. This is judgment time. This is those people that play the game. Good on you. Those people that don't play the game, oops. So we only see this part of the game. Like we're on A level and we see this part of the game. That's all we see. And we don't understand everything that's really going on. We only understand what we think we know because there are people that have lied to us and changed what it is that we're supposed to see, feel, hear, whatever, to suit their own agenda. So now the game's changed. But everyone needs to understand that the game has changed. And it's the original version of the game. Remember I told you about the football? You're all supporting different teams, different religions, blah, 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 blah. But you have to go back to the original person that thought of the game. You have to go to the first set of rules. That's what I want. I want to take us back to the first set of rules. The person that came up with the game had a set of rules. And you're all playing the game differently now because you think it makes the game better. You think that American football or baseball or hockey or whatever, ice hockey, whatever it is, there's an original version and there's the modern version, which has been changed because they say people change this, that, blah, blah, blah. And you've made it to suit you. Where in reality, the game that we're supposed to be playing is not being played anymore because it's been changed by somebody to suit themselves, more often than not, to bring in more money, to bring in money for themselves. So therefore, they control everything, the media and everything else, to bring in the pharmaceuticals, whatever it is, to bring in more money and keep people down, under their feet, basically. And to put shiny things out there, to keep you interested in, instead of saying, hang on a minute, aren't these the rules? Weren't these the rules we used to play by? Isn't this how it was? Shouldn't it be like this? It was never all about money. It was about the love of the game. That's what I want. I want it to be about the love of the game. I want it to be about playing the game. I don't want it to be about money. I don't want it to be about people doing shady things, bribing referees, umpires. I don't want it to be about the person who spends the most money, has the best team. That's not what I want. I want it to be the same as it was. It was about playing the game because you love doing the game. It wasn't about playing the game because you want to be the richest person in the world. It was about putting on the shirt and being proud to wear the shirt and kissing the badge and being truthful to it. That's what it was about. And that's all I want. I want you to get up in the morning and love the game for what the game is. I don't want you to hate the game. I don't want you to look back and go, oh, that game's shit because they play it like this. It was simple. It was straightforward. It was a good game. It got changed into this crazy, stupid, fast-paced, make a lot of money type of crap where people get bought and people feign injury and, get penalties for no reason and wherever it is around the world, whatever game it is, it's the same everywhere. People trying to fool other people to gain an advantage instead of just playing it for the sake of playing it, enjoying it for the sake of enjoying it. And that's what this life is. Playing it for the sake of playing it, enjoying it for the sake of enjoying it, and not trying to get one up on anyone else. So it's not temporary. Trust me. Burning evidence, not going to make any difference. It's not going to make any difference. Trying to go after, just don't get it. Trying to go after someone that I'm supposed to be with. You don't know who I'm supposed to be with. I don't know who I'm supposed to be with because I didn't know that I was supposed to be with somebody. You think I did, and you chose somebody that you think is a twin flame or a soulmate or whatever it is that this is about. I don't think like that. You think like that. You're in a different game than me. You think differently than I do. That's why I'm where I am, because I think differently than you. There is nothing that you know about me that will help you in regards to me. But I've lived your life. I've played your game. I've played it, but you haven't played my game. You don't know my game, and you certainly don't know me, and I haven't changed. I've always been me. You thought I was somebody else. You thought I was somebody else. But I've always been me. I've always been Mario, who loves everybody, who likes everybody, who wants everybody to get along. That's the person I've always been. I've always been that person. The only thing is, you thought I was that person because you made me that person. No, absolutely not. The person you made me is the monster that had to get up because some fucker had their foot on his head. That's the person you made me. The person you made me is the person that was in the in-between, is the person that was in the unknown, who had to play and have a laugh and a joke and bring light to those places to see where the fuck he was. That's the person you don't know about. But that's always been me. That's always been me. And there was no need for you to see that person. The only reason you get to see that person is because even though you had the opportunity to put things right, you did. Excuse me. You had the opportunity to put things right and you didn't. And then you were told and you didn't. And then you were told and you didn't. And then when I told you just recently, you still didn't. And you think that it's temporary. Crazy move. And you're burning evidence. Crazy move. And you're doing all this stuff that I can tell you about, but I'm not supposed to tell you anything, but you are going to get hurt. That's just the nature of the game. You're going to get hurt. Because the black and the white, the yin and the yang, karma, dharma, whatever it is, however it works, I don't understand it. See, I don't think like you people. I just think, why can't we all get along? I'm not bothered about it. It doesn't matter whether you've a bad person or a good person or whatever. What matters is you all get along, and you're only a bad person to bad people. Like, if you want to go around stabbing people in the back, you should only be with people who wants to go around stabbing people in the back. That's it. That's it. The problem is now, right now, as I'm talking, towers are falling and God is judging. The good people and the bad people, not just here. Like, open your minds a little. I'm not just talking about the chase. I'm not just talking about the world. I'm not just talking about our little universe. I'm talking about everything. Everything that's been created by God, everything, every space and time is being judged. And the darkness in the light in those places are being judged. Now, my voice will travel to wherever it needs to travel for those people to hear it. Trust me, it will travel to those people that need to hear it. In order, I don't know, even trying, in order that everybody's warned. Because that's how God works. He warns you first, and then he kicks your ass. That's it. That's how he works. He warns you first, and then he kicks your ass. And when he sends spirit in, spirit don't fuck about. Spirit don't care. Spirit does not care. When he sends spirit in, spirit doesn't care. You're out of here. Whatever it is that is supposed to happen, whatever karma is, that's it. That's it. Now, again, I'll tell you straight, again, I'll tell you, I don't want no one hurt. And I know spirit is going to kick ass. Absolutely. And there are people out there that are living the high life that are going to be left with nothing. Because it's going to go to the good people that they've been screwing over. Literally. They're the people that's going to go to. Literally. Especially the chosen ones, who these people were harming in order that they live their life. So, whilst I want the chosen ones to get everything that they deserve, I don't want to see people hurt. And I shouldn't be saying nothing. And I am saying something. And I will have to take whatever judgment that God brings down. But I know that what I'm doing is the right thing to do. And I'm doing it for the good of everybody. Everybody and everything. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing it for the good of everybody and everything. And I'm not, like, I don't gain anything by this. In fact, if anything, I'll probably lose something. Because the less that is taken from bad people, the less there's going to be to go around. But it's only fair that people are warned. Everything, everybody, the whole shebang is being judged. The whole game. We're just one tiny little level in the whole game, in the grand scheme of things. Just one little level. But we only understand this. We only think, we think we're it. We're not it. We're nowhere near it. We're nowhere near it. There is so much more going on that we don't understand. Some of you understand it. Absolutely, some of you understand it. I don't understand it all, but I know there's power. I really know there's power. And I know how to use power. Absolutely, I know how to use power. Because I've been in all those places where you're allowed to use power. You're allowed to use it. You're allowed to use it and understand how to use it. And I say you have to be careful what you wish for. And I have to be careful what I say. I really do. If you think I'm joking, I'm not joking. And if you think that God, the universe, the angels, whatever it is that you believe, the alien, whatever it is that you believe that's in charge, couldn't just get rid of you just like that, another thing coming. Another thing coming. If you think that you could carry on doing what you're doing and he couldn't just take you out of the equation, yeah, he could. Yeah, he could. Or she, or they, or it, whatever you want to believe. it's frustrating. It really is frustrating to just want everyone to get along. Just a simple life for everyone to get along. I know it's not going to happen. I know there's narcissists out there. I know there's greedy people out there. I know all of that. But if I can save one or two, then I'm prepared to do this. Even if only one of them, even if only one person, just one, even if only one person says, hang on a minute, I think he's right. What I'm doing is not the thing to do. Or what these people are doing is not the thing to do. Or, just do the right thing. And I'm not saying, I really am not saying that it's like, if you've been doing really bad things, I'm not saying that, God's going to see you as an angel. I don't know. I'm not God. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying whatever punishment there's going to be, it won't be as bad. It will not be as bad. And for those people that come against chosen ones, your punishment is going to be worse because God chose them himself to do the work that they're supposed to do. And you're stopping them doing the work that they're supposed to do, which is his script. He wrote it. And he's saying, right, in this scene that we're in now, you, and you, I want you to do this. And if you're stopping them doing that, he's going to go, hang on a minute, what are you doing? This is my script, not yours. What are you doing? And they'll just take you out of the equation. They'll just take you out. Whatever way that is, however that is, it will take you from where you are and put you to where he wants you. Literally just like that. There you go. You're there. Now you're here. That's it. You had all this. Here you go. You can have it now. That's it. That's what happens. I'm not kidding you. That's what happens. You're in this place with this much money, and now you're in this place with no money. And the worst part about that is my concern is for the homeless and the veterans and the kids and etc. And if God is handing down punishment to these bad people, when the world changes, the people that are homeless will be those people that were bad. And I might have to go to God every day and say, am I allowed to help this person? Am I allowed to help this person that's on the streets? Because this person used to be a billionaire, or this person used to be a millionaire, and you demoted them to learn their lesson. So am I allowed to help this person, or do I have to leave them on the street for everyone to see? Like, you're still on the street because you were a bad person. Do I have to leave that person there? Or can I take that person, and offer them aid? I don't know what the plan is. I'll only know that when, we move forward. So I'm trying really hard to help people, really hard. You don't know how hard. And my mind races half the time because I have to. It's not an argument. I have to justify why I want to love someone who's done all these bad things. I have to justify myself. Like, why are you saying that you still care for this person when they've done this, this, and this, and this, and this? And I have to justify it by saying, well, I'm not supposed to judge that person. That's not for me. And he is judging. That's for God to judge. So this person is a real fucking twat and doesn't deserve to be walking up straight. And I have to go, yeah, but he's still a human being, and it's not for me to judge. Or she's still a human being, it's not for me to judge. I have to say that, even though, I don't want to say that. But I'm not here to judge anyone. So therefore, I can love everybody. I don't care. I can love everyone. Do what you want to do. Be who you want to be. Either the law of the land will take care of it, or God will take care of it. And I can assure you now, absolutely can assure you now, there's going to be 100 years or more, or whatever, of peace, or however this prophecy is going. And those people that are bad will not be around. Whatever punishment that is, they will not be able to upset the apple cart. I don't know if it's going to be like all the fancy names, Shangri-La, or Halcyon Days, or whatever. I don't know how it's going to be, but I do know that judgment is being called, and we're heading into the age of Aquarius. We're heading into nicer times. We're heading into healthier, happier days. That's what we're heading into, and nobody can stop the script. Nobody. There is nobody. There is nothing. I'm not just talking about here. Like you could be the, I don't know, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm trying to make up something. But you could be able to grab somebody from the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, whatever plane of existence, and that was the most powerful being, ever, and it will still still be taken out by God. Because none of them have any power. Because they were written into the script by God. And he's not going to put somebody in the script that has more power than him and he just write him out of the script. Just write him out. So it doesn't matter who you think. Like, you're so limited in what you're thinking. You're so limited in what you're thinking. It's not about, the strongest demon, or, Godzilla against flipping King Kong and whatever. They wouldn't stand a chance. Because they're only in the script because of God. And if they're written into the script because of God, he could take them out of the script. But nobody has any power over God. They have power over themselves, and what's happening around them, but they don't have no power over God, because he didn't write them in with any power over him. Even those people that are going to the courts of God and, having their so-called say, they don't have any power. You wouldn't be there. You wouldn't be there if you had power. You wouldn't be there. You wouldn't be there. It'd be like a child in front of the headmaster, expecting to tell the headmaster off. It ain't going to happen. It isn't going to happen. And they can shout and scream and do whatever they want, but they won't win. The headmaster will always win. Because the little child carries on. He's not at school. The headmaster wins. He just takes the child out of the equation and job done. It doesn't matter how that child plays up. The headmaster just says, right, that's it. You don't come to this school anymore. Boom, you're gone. You don't exist. Imagine the schools of the world. We're all learning lessons every day. The little child comes in and says, to the teacher, I want your spot. I want to do this. I want to do that. And the headmaster just says, no. And the child carries on, and the headmaster just goes, right out. There you go. You're gone. Because you can't do those things, whether you like them or not. Sorry, I'm missing the chat. I don't know what everyone's saying. But here's what it is. Davey, how you doing? Uh-oh. Who's starting that? Davey, just leave them alone. Let them say what they want to say. Let everybody say what they want to say. They'll be judged by someone else, so then it's be judged by us. I want to get rid of the books. I have no idea, but his name is not Forrest Fenn or Robert Meadows. I don't know who he is. Somebody knows who he is. So, not reading that. Glennie, you know better. Some of you have batshit crazy ideas. I don't know his real name. If his name was not Forrest Fenn, he probably would have not carved that in the rock in 1943. Were you there in 1943, Gio? It's next to his sister's name and his brother's. Well, again, to me, it doesn't matter who Major Forrest Burke fan was. It only matters that he was the vehicle for this, or the spokesperson, or however that goes. The person we know as Major Forrest Burke fan. My heart goes out to that man. And I've asked, I have asked God to open his eyes, or his eyes open, his eyelids are shut, and I hope that he's well as can be. And then, hey everybody! Oh, that sounds like Dr. Nick. So I don't mind if you people think I'm crazy. It doesn't matter to me. And I don't mind if you don't believe me. That doesn't matter to me either. I'd like you to believe me. I'd like you to, change what you're doing. There's some people out there just obsessed with trying to have something that doesn't belong to them, because whatever's in their head about a past life, I don't know. But nothing's going to change in that sense. And this is not temporary. If you believe this is temporary, I don't know. I'm just telling you that the free letter agencies that you have in America, the agencies around the world, the politicians around the world, the religious people around the world, the higher profile people will be the first that are exposed. And it'll just filter down. And if God doesn't get to you within the first, 6 months or 12 months, he will get to you, because there's a lot of people go through. And there's a lot of karma to redirect in, like karma dharma, or whatever it is, however it works. Getting this person from this place to this place, and getting this person from this place to this place, because of that yin and yang change of, the cause and effect stuff that is way over my head. I just know the truth. I don't know all of this history of the old world, the new world that we're in, and the new earth that we're going to be in. I don't know all of that. I know it exists because of the facts that I've got. I know it exists. I know that people try to change this world that we're in, and I know there's going to be a new earth because of what the old earth was like. And there are people out there, chosen ones and others, they talk about manifesting, and they talk about chakras and blah, 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 blah. All of this stuff. All I know is what I went through in real time. That's what I know. And I've heard, well, the reason you did this is because of this, and the reason you did this is because of this, and this means this, and this is this, and these are the spirits and the ancestors and the loved ones, and blah, 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 blah. And if you put it all together, and it's like, well, I haven't looked into all of that. I don't know all about the chakras, the red, blue colors of the this, that, and the other, like the red down there, red low, something high, whatever, green, yellow, whatever. I don't know all of that. It doesn't matter to me. What I know is, in order to cleanse yourself and, move in high vibration, you have to get rid of the low vibration crap that doesn't serve you. Something like that. You have to know those things, come to terms with those things, release those things, to be your higher self, to understand the higher version of this existence, reality, matrix. It's always going to be a matrix. however that is, however that falls on your ears, it's always going to be a matrix, but it's not going to be a matrix run by man anymore. It's going to be a matrix run by God, which is how it was originally. Now, if that means there's a most high God and gods and goddesses, that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. That, if that's what it means. If it means there's the most high God and then there's angels and ancestors and then man, then that's what it's going to be. However that is. I don't care to be the one that tries to tell you the specifics, because there are other people out there that God has spoken to that know the specifics, that know all about energy, that know all about, the chakras, that know all about these planes of existence, that know all about the quantum mechanics, that know all about the singular blah blah blah, that know about the space-time continuum, that know about all of this, the Palladians, and is it the Palladians, Lemurians, different beings. There's people all around the world that know all of this stuff. I don't know it all. I know it exists because I've heard about it in going through what I'm going through. So I know all of those things exist, and I understand how and why and where they exist, but I'm not an expert on any one of them. I just know how it all comes together. So I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert on all of it. Only that the bit that I am expert on is this is happening. This is really happening. And as crazy as it sounds, it's really happening, and it's happening now. And I don't want anyone else to get hurt. Period. I don't want anyone else to get hurt. But I'm not bothered if you do, because I've said what I've said. I stand by what I said. I stand in my authenticity. I stand by telling the truth. That's it. That's it. That means the fact that I've said it, I don't have to worry about it. I really don't. Well, I do, because I have to worry if I get judged by it and God says, you shouldn't be telling people. He's not going to do it like that, but I know I shouldn't be saying this. But it needs to be said. It needs to be said. And people don't have to believe it. I don't care. But when the shit hits the fan, and if I haven't been judged too harshly, when the shit hits the fan, I'll just sit back and watch it all burn. I'll just sit back and watch it. Oh, no, I'm not going to say that. I don't mean all burn. I'm just going to sit back and watch it all happen. I don't want to say burn. I don't want to say that. Sit back and watch it all happen. And whatever, the spirits, the ancestors, God, however, the angels, however these people are judged, that's how they're going to be judged. And I will just shrug my shoulders and go, well, I did tell them. Because that's all I can do. And again, I don't care whether you believe me or not. 1812 Overture. Yeah, I love that. I was hearing that the other day. Great leaders are born from the Aston ignorance. Well, I thought great leaders were probably born from the ashes of the phoenix. Leaders are not born, but made. Yeah, I'll go along with that. I'll go along with that. And if I ever turn out to be a leader, I was made by these people. It's a process. It's in the making. Lots of failure involved. 100%. If you go through life without learning any lessons, you're in real trouble. Real trouble. Something's going to hit you over the head so hard. 30 seconds for 8 million. 30 seconds. Oh. $8 million for a 30-second Super Bowl commercial. And that's exactly what I've been saying. Like, if you go back whenever American football first started, like, you could use $8 million to fund, a fair few seasons of paying players and doing things and having adverts, let alone just one 30-second 30-second thing. So the light will shine. Absolutely, Davey. The light will shine bright. There'll be nowhere to hide. Seriously, there'll be nowhere to hide. If I have anything to do with it, there'll be nowhere to hide. You know, that's probably something that I am doing. I'm shining a light, which Forrest said, you need a torch. And I want it all out in the open. I really do. And I'm asking for that to be the case. Like, anything of any significance is brought out into the open. So if there needs to be karma involved, then it needs to be brought out into the open. And those chosen ones that are helping to do that get rewarded because of what they've had to go through, what they've had to endure. And trust me, if they've gone through anything like what I went through, they've endured some shit. They really have. I email Treasure Poem. I want to mail the books to get rid of the books. What? Wait, what? Well, I don't think that KC going to win. I don't know what that means. Oh, Kansas City Chiefs, is that? Maybe not. I don't know. Don't know who's playing. Tigger, did you call her back? No, she called her whatever her name is. I told her what Mario was saying. I told her the truth. She couldn't handle the truth. Oh, I love that. Yeah. She couldn't handle the truth. Who are we on about? Who are you speaking to? God's team will absolutely. I mean, he's chosen. They're ready. They're raring. They're kicking ass. I've got nothing but respect, admiration, and love for them. Like, they've gone through shit. You know, nobody should go through shit, but they've probably gone through shit more than most people. I got into a match with a lady on the phone. She said I was acting crazy and hung up on me. Uh-oh. Is that the one? Did you call her back? Rock bottom and smell the roses. Stop. In the name of love, before you break my balls. No, I finished what I was saying on her voicemail. I was speaking to the crazy lady that comes around here. Ah, well, that crazy lady's probably, yeah, well. They know I know, and they can tell other people, you know, that I know. And I'm not doing it to be clever. I never have been, ever. Never have. I've never claimed to be anything, ever. Ever. Never, ever claimed to be anything. Never claimed to be better than anyone else. Never claimed to be above anyone else. Just that there's stuff that I know. That's all I've claimed. And I've not claimed, I've said that you can believe me or not believe me, I don't care. That's all that I've done in the last 4 years. And now it's at the point where I really want you to believe me, because you're going to get hurt if you don't. It's as simple as that. If you don't believe me, if you carry on doing what you're doing, whoever you are, wherever you are in the world, whatever it is that you're doing that is against God, you're screwed. And it has no bearing on religion. None. Not about Christians, not about Catholics, not about Protestants, not about Hinduism, not about whatever, Islam. None. Has nothing to do with any religion whatsoever. It's just about a one God casting down judgment. That's all it's about. And you are not safe if you are any religion. You're not safe. You will be judged. And like that thing that I was saying about the priest going, hang on, why aren't I saved? It's because you weren't following the truth. You created your own messages, your own way of living, which really had nothing to do with what God wanted. So he's going to judge you on the type of person you are, the things that you've done, and it has nothing to do with religion. Nothing. You can believe in Jesus all you want, and that may save you in God's eyes because you believe in Jesus. I don't know. But it won't be only those that believe in Jesus that won't be, have any bad things about them. If your religion does not involve Jesus, that doesn't make you a bad person. It really doesn't. So God's not going to judge you by saying, well, you don't believe in Jesus, so you're screwed. I don't think that's going to happen. I can't make it any simpler. God wants a connection. That's it. You, God. Hi, God. That's it. That's it. There's no religion needed. Nothing needed. You, God, hey. That's it. You tap into God, all good. All good. All good. You tap into God, you and God, you have a connection. That's all he wants. Done. Sorted. And you'll know if you're doing right from wrong. And he'll let you know if you're doing right from wrong. I don't know where the religion came from. I don't understand it. I don't care to understand it. I know that there is a God, there is a creator, and he wants to be connected with you. And he will do everything that he can for you because you are his son and you are his daughter. That's it. That's it. Now, there are rules and regulations. I don't know. I haven't, had a long conversation with God and asked him, like, what are the rules, God? What are the rules? What does it entail? So the best that I can work out so far is if it's wrong and if it's right. There are some morals and some things that you do and that they're good and that they're bad. And that's the best that you can do. Without having a fixed religion, that's the best that you can do. Without having fixed tablets or whatever they are, whatever he wrote, that's the best that you can do. And that doesn't need a religion for that. That just needs you to think as a good person or think as a bad person. But in the overall scheme of things, I think God wants the connection. He wants the connection. He wants you to love him and know him. That's it. And that goes back to love. Love's the highest frequency. So if you can love yourself first, if you have that frequency in you that you love yourself, then it's going to be a lot easier to be able to connect to God, and love God. But I don't know. I'm not an expert. This is just how I think. So, take it or not. If you haven't got it in you to love yourself, how can you say that you love God? Like, you don't know that level of love. You don't know it. I didn't. But God wants a connection. And that doesn't have to be going to church. And there must be a part of God inside you because he created you. So you've got half a chance already. You have the God inside you that's been created. And that God inside you wants to connect to the God outside of you. Or the universe. Or however you want to fucking imagine it. I don't care. But that has to exist. You have to have faith in something, someone, the angels, the universe, God, whatever. See, God hasn't got a name. So if you call that God Buddha, I don't suppose that would matter. I don't know. I'm not an expert. But if you believe in one God, not 50 million gods, well, I don't know how that religion works. But if you believe in one God and you have that connection with that one God, I think all good. All good. And if you repent and really mean it and have that connection, I'm not going to say it's going to be all good, but I'm going to say whatever judgment was going to be called down shouldn't be as bad. And I'll go back again to Joshua, the walls of Jericho, Jonah, save the town. Well, if they repent, I'll save the town. Whatever. Like, God is a forgiving God, a just God, fair God. And I think if you truly mean, if you truly look inside yourself and go, oh yeah, what I was doing was wrong, and I truly am sorry, then, I find it hard to believe that he's going to go, no, I don't care. I don't care. He shouldn't have done it. I don't think he's going to be like that. I don't know. I'm not up there. I don't know. But I'm pretty certain that you stand a better chance if you repent the things that you've done and ask for forgiveness than if you carry on doing the things that you've done. And I am so Like, this is not me. I'm not this person. I don't do this preaching stuff. This is not what I do. It's just, this is the truth. And I feel the need to tell people the truth, which I've always done. And you don't have to believe it. Believe it or not, it's up to you. I can't, I can't make you believe it. I don't want to make you believe it. I don't want to make you believe it. I want you to believe it for yourself. I want you to find God yourself. I want you to believe in God yourself. I don't want it to be because I'm saying you should believe it. I want you to do it because you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. This is the way, the truth, and the life. And like I say, everyone can believe what they want, but God wants that connection. And if you're only connecting with a man that walked the earth and not with a divine being, the divine being, if you believe that Jesus is God and you're connecting with God because you're connecting with Jesus, then fine, I suppose. But he wants that connection. So you better be sure you're connecting to the divine being that is running this matrix. The being that is running this matrix, you better be sure that you're connecting with him and apologize. I don't want any apologies. Apologizing to him because it's his plan, not mine. I haven't made this plan. Tigger, I was thinking of you. Jonah. Yeah, Jonah went to the town to tell them to repent, and Joshua, blew the trumpets for the walls of Jericho. And there were other ones, the shining the shields and letting them fall into the abyss. But there's lots of things where people were out. Samson with the head of the animal, David against Goliath. Like, there's lots of instances where people really should have been, the underdogs. All the underdogs. It seems the best way for God to be glorified is to make sure that the underdogs win. And in this, I think I was the underdog, but I don't know. But the best way for God to be glorified is to take the underdog and make them win. And he goes, there you go, look what I did. Or the person says, look what God did. Whatever way it works. I would tell you how to listen to my songs, but you might see my real name. Why are you scared about your real name? Like, I understand, that you do, but Tigger, I really love your knowledge of God. The poem was written for one person. I believe that 100%. Absolutely believe. Well, no. Excuse me. I believe that only one person was going to do this, but I believe the poem was written for anyone to do it. Although God does have a way of blinding people to the truth sometimes. So maybe he said, well, no, you might be right, Geoduck. I'll take it back. He probably gave someone the abilities to read his poem. A job interview. Pandora's box was open for... Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And hope was left inside. Woohoo! If you don't have hope, you've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think I was full of hope. Well, hope in mankind, but that was wavering, I must admit. And there were many times where, I was wavering and thinking, nah, this ain't worth it. But I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. And it's like, and, people are saying or thinking, these people that wanted me stopped, that they had me beat. And I have to admit, there was one time where a thought came into my mind that was 100% not me, not my thought. I would never think that in a million years. And that was probably the trigger that, made me do the Rocky stuff. The Eye of the Tiger, made me do that stuff. Because I was like, hang on a minute, that's not me. I would never think that in a million years. And that was a quick suicidal thought. Like, why am I even here? Like, this is all a waste of time, going down that road. And it's like, I got to the point where I thought, and then I went, no, what? Where did that come from? And that was the bit that made me sort of like, those films where like the camera's just showing nothing, and then the person sort of like gets up, comes into view, and he means business. They mean business now. Someone's pissed them off. That was how I felt. Like I got that foot off my fucking head, and I was like, nah, that wasn't me. That was someone else. That was someone else trying to get into my fucking head. And I was like, no, that ain't gonna fucking happen. So yeah, there was one time, I don't know who it was. They're probably not around now, that's for sure. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. Whatever demon that was, whatever black magic was done, I can guarantee you that demon is not around anymore, nor the practitioner. Nothing to do with that one time exists anymore, and will never again, ever again exist. And like I say, you can choose the biggest, baddest, whatever that you think. Gone. There's no power in it anymore. There's nobody that will be able to do anything anymore because the script is rewritten. I bet Mary and Davey go on a road trip together and help share the solution. Oh, well, if that's the case, then we'll be helping share the abundance. So that's not bad. Road trip. Who was that? Bill and Ted, Bogus Adventure. The finder is not the solver. It is who he wants to have it. So the finder who found the chest and the solver who solved the poem might be the same person. He never hid anything. Just now in the JCB hunt. I don't know. I think he did. I think he hid. I think the first part of the poem was something hidden, and the second part of the poem was JCB. But what do I know? But they won't actually tell you. It's in heaven. We're in heaven. They won't actually tell you the solution. They will protect that place. Forest fans, FBI investigation, grave robbers, the Department of the Interior. Well, weak is probably spiritual. The tired and weak. I won't protect it, says Glenna. Oh, that's a strange thing to say. Many would not protect it. That is why they will never know that place. Yeah, it's a strange thing to say that you wouldn't protect it, because the fact that you wouldn't protect it means you won't know it. And if you think you know it, you obviously don't, because you wouldn't say you wouldn't protect it. You did not read or take good notes, as well as you do not listen. Poem ending. You do not read or take good. I don't take notes. I just listen. And then, as far as said, it's all in my head. The finder died over 100 years ago. Somebody's laughing. Monkeys see, monkeys do. JCB treasure is in. Oh, that's in Browns Canyon as well. Oh dear. No. I'm not going to. No. What? I know a lot. I know you do, Glenna. I know you know a lot. I absolutely do. If there's one thing that I know, it's that you know a lot. Actually, there's two things that I know. I know that you know a lot, and I know a lot more. That's what I know. 70 LOL. Bandolier. You just do not know why, because you do not listen. Makes me laugh. Like, it doesn't matter how many times I say stuff, people are unaware of how to treat me. If you want to get in my energy, you can keep doing those things, and I can pretend to be angry and, or pretend to be argumentative, or pretend to be whatever. But all these things you're saying just make you look stupid. Like, trying to get a reaction out of me. You're trying to play the game that you've always played, and you're trying to treat people the way that you've always treated people. Unfortunately, the game isn't played like that anymore. And the sooner you realise the game isn't played like that anymore, the more chance you'll have of having a better life. Because if you carry on playing the game in the old way, you're going to be way left behind. Way left behind. So, and that's not me being ignorant or arrogant or anything. I've been through too much to worry about what people think. Doesn't mean anything to me. Like, I've seen too much, heard too much, felt too much. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care what anybody says. You can believe what you want to believe, say what you want to say. It isn't going to wind me up, because I have my own truth as to how I need to view life. And I think that I just want to get on with everyone. And if somebody wants to fall out with me, all that's going to happen is you're going to stress yourself out. Because I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not, like, your opinion, whilst I value everyone's opinion, I'm not going to argue somebody who's telling me that it's daytime over there, and I'm going to say it's nighttime over here. So they'll say, well, it's still light outside, and I go, no, it's not, it's dark. And they go, no, it's not, it's light. And I say, no, it's not, it's dark. And they want me to argue something where they're never going to agree, I'm never going to agree, so I'm not going to argue. I'm not even going to debate it. There's no point in debating it. We're having totally separate arguments, or totally separate discussions, or totally separate points of view that aren't worth discussing, because there's no win. I'm not going to waste my energy on a no-win discussion. It's pointless. It's pointless. Like, if you're colourblind and you're telling somebody something's black and they're saying, no, it's not, it's red, you're always going to see black. They're always going to see red. What's the point? You're just being awkward. You know that it's red, really, because you know you're colourblind, but you still want to argue the fact because you can see that it's black, even though you know it's red. You want to argue it's black because you can see that it's black, and you want to be right. Well, be right. There you go. You're right. Everything that you said, 100% right. And then you'll say something else, and I'll say, yeah, that's right as well. What's that? South Park. They've killed Kenny. South Park, Colorado does not fit any definition. You're a good person. Don't know who that is to you. The fishing on that river sucks, Greg. How could anyone that was raised with the Bible and profess to be a child of Jacob's sons or the chosen of God, how could anyone that was raised with the Bible and profess to be a child of God, Jacob's sons, Abraham's promise? You haven't added on to that. You just made two different statements. You've asked the question, how could anyone that was raised with the Bible and professed to be a child of God, a child, be a child of Jacob's sons? I don't understand it. Yeah, God has chosen ones throughout time and space, and there are chosen ones being chosen. There's probably a chosen one being chosen now. It doesn't mean that like there's 144,000 chosen already, but there's 144,000 chosen people by God. That's fact. We already know that that's the case. There's 144,000 that will be chosen by God. So you already have 144,000, and those 144,000 may be the souls of people already passed away. So they've passed away, but they're in the bodies of people that are present today. So however it works, I don't know because I'm not a flipping religious person. If people are moaning that it's impossible that God's only got 144,000 and all of those are from history, so there aren't going to be many left today. No, it's probably 144,000 today. It's just the souls of those people in the past are now in the souls of the people now. So it is possible that the soul of David is in someone, the soul of Mary Magdalene is in someone, the soul of Jacob is in someone, the soul of Joshua is in someone. It's very possible that those souls exist in someone today. They probably don't know that they're in them, but they probably exist in them. And they might be the chosen ones that God chooses over and over again, for all I know. And they're meant to suffer in order to be the person that God wants them to be. I don't know how it works, but I do know that this time is now. It is happening. This plan is happening. It's got nothing to do with religion. Nothing to do with religion. It's not a religious event. It's whatever this is, this matrix, the person in charge of it, he's doing it. She's doing it. They're doing it. Whatever you want to call them, Mother Gaia, Father God, whatever you want to call them, the universe, the angels, the spirits, the aliens, whatever you want to call them, they are bringing down judgment on this realm, matrix, whatever, and that's it. And there's no getting away from it. There's no getting away from it. Yes, they have, Geoduck. Yes, they have. And videos. Taken videos and posted them. I didn't realise. Israel is home to the Jews and will be home to the 10 lost tribes of Israel, America. America. See, even that's something that I did. That song that I put out from KLF, it's like people just they're not interested. I don't know how many people do play games and that, but it's like not Roblox, but it might be Roblox. Those games where you create the world, you create, the fort and the blah, 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 blah. Might even be Age of Empires or something as well, where you create it. So in your game, you're creating the reality. You're putting all those people in there. You're building the houses. You're putting the plants. Like, you're creating the environment. You're the creator. And we have a creator that did all this. And if you read the information correctly, you can see that man wrote the information. It was not, the information we get from the Bible was not written from God's point of view. It just wasn't. He didn't. Nothing was written from God's point of view. It was written from man's point of view. From Genesis all the way to the end, it was written by a man saying, "This is going to happen. This 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 happened. This happened. This happened. This happened. This is the way that I saw it, Mark. This is the way that I saw it, Matthew. This is the way that I saw it, Luke. This is the way that I saw it, John. Whatever. This is the way that I saw it, not in the way that God wrote it." They are the ones that will be alive when he comes. Yeah, so whoever they are, whatever soul it is, whatever soul is supposed to be around, whatever that case is supposed to be, that's who will be around. And if it meant they died, 2,000 years ago, they'll still be around even though they died 2,000 years ago. The Arkan River is one of the leaves in the state for fishing. Wow. Is that supposed to be cocoa? Cocoa's not sweet, no. Oh, you don't want the cocoa bean. A buddy of mine searched the crap out of Brown Canyon. But, even that, like that statement, searched. But if you have to search, you're in the wrong place. It's like, I don't know how many times I can say it. It just makes me laugh. And that, it's either that or get angry, and I don't really want to get angry. But so if you have to search, it's not there because it's in a place people would not normally go. So if you're searching in that place where people are going, it ain't there because you're supposed to go right straight to it. And if you can't go right straight to it in a place that people would not normally go, that ain't the answer. And I don't know why people are worried about the chest because this is way bigger than the chest. He may be still searching. In the Akashic Records, as finder solver, it's not my responsibility to teach you the laws. I have fished it, but it's all skinny browns and nothing big. The search is over. It was with you all the while. So there's an important way of looking at that, and is yes, you are the treasure. Everyone is the treasure. Like we are all sons and daughters of God. We are all his children. We are all his treasures. But, Tigger, it can't be with you the whole while because it was agreed to say it was found in Wyoming. So we don't all live in Wyoming. So it can't be within all of us all the time. Whilst that's a good answer, it can't have been found in Wyoming because that would make Forrest Van a liar. If it was in all of us all the time, then he hid it in England. Or he hid it in Australia, or he hid it in America, or he hid it in Japan, or he hid it in wherever the people are that, were in for the chase. And a lot of people would say that's all that matters, NGO. It's got a lot of gold in it. Stuff the fish. That's even that will lead to the end of my rainbow and the treasure. It's like, okay, how does that work in your soul? If looking for a chest, it's like it doesn't. Like you can say Browns Canyon or whatever. You can say the car park. You can say the Bighorn Mountains, you can say whatever those things you want to say, but it's like, well, how does that relate to the end of my rainbow and the treasure? What the heck has that got to do with the end of my rainbow and the treasure? Nothing. It's like, well, how does that relate to your soul then? How can your soul be correct if a simple statement from Forrest Fenn doesn't quantify what you're saying is true? There is no end of the rainbow and the treasure at those locations. They just don't exist. I'd use it gold. It's fine gold, but there is a bunch of it. When we go over there, Geo, then we'll have one of them, what they call panning. We'll go panning for gold. The Book of Life. Ooh. No, that's what I tell everyone. I'm neither here nor there. Oh, you have a dredge? We'll do that then. We'll spend a few days. As long as you bring like a comfy, what do they call them? RV? No. No, I want to sleep inside, not outside. But I used to watch the westerns and stuff like that, and see the cowboys and just put a blanket and sit down. And it's like, man, if they did that, like, I don't know how it works. Like where the rattlers are, where the scorpions are, those things. But they must have been around. It's like they just didn't care. They just went to sleep in a blanket. It's like wake up in the morning, there's a scorpion in your boot. It's like, what? Oh right, there you go then. I am a cider drinker. I'm sure Davey won't mind doing the rough stuff. Well, not the rough stuff, but the driving and the sleeping under the stars. I don't suppose I mind that either. And I'm supposed to get out and nature a lot. It's supposed to help. See, that's another thing. All of this spiritual activation, ascending, like fasting and going out into nature and Palo Santo and sage and ringing the bell, ding, 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 ding. Forrest, I'm ringing the bell. I didn't know about all that stuff, and I still managed to find God. They'll probably tell me at some point, but you need to do this, and you need to do this, and you need to do this. But two rules for a bedroll. Don't put down before dark, and wake up before. I'll remember that. Don't put it down before dark, and wake up before the ants wake up. What time do the ants wake up? I hope it's not early. Oh wow, that's a bit of a hard thought. That is, like, that's a bit of a. Yeah, never even thought of ants. All those ants wake up when the sun starts to heat the ground. Wow. Like, of all the things that I thought about, like the snakes, the spider, like, tarantula type spiders or whatever, black widows, all those things. Snakes, the spiders, the scorpions, ants never came to my mind. But there are some real bad, nasty ones. And they never came to my mind, ants. Hmm. Oh well. I'd have been alright over here because that much sun. Like, it isn't that hot, not hot like it is over there. I never thought of that. ants. Read Secrets of San Lazaro. And that doesn't say Lazaro. Lorenzo. What? Read Secrets. Is that the right spelling? Lorenzo. I found rocks that have salt and gold in them safely. See, you could make some sort of living by taking the gold out of computers, and those like technology. Some technology uses gold in it because it works better than some other materials. That's why some of the computers and the tablets and that are more expensive. Not because the technology is more expensive, but because I think it's to do with the conductivity of gold. Because they put gold in there so that it works better. Forrest talked about ants in some of his older books. All right. Yeah, San Lazaro. So is that what you meant, Geo? Because that like Lorenzo. So what's that? You will give it away? Well, I might give you my address. I think the book that's always stuck out to me with Forrest Fenn is $17 a square inch. I know there's something about that book that doesn't need to be known, but it's possible that there's something in there that would have helped because he was always, he talked about it, but he gave it away. Like it's almost like saying, "Here, have a hint." There are other options. Crushing and smelting are too. Ants, bees, and wasps have a unique social structure. Human society should take note. Ooh. Glenna, I saw a documentary on golden pond. Is that surrounds us? No, that surrounds up. What does that mean? Surrounds up. Mario, I can't spell. That is part of the 5-year-old. That's what I get for bringing attention to it. Yes, back to life. Like I say, I feel like that's what's happened to me. US Gold. Yes, all my books. Zara. Gold is everywhere and surrounds us. The ants wake up when the airflow changes in the tunnel. Ah. See, that's like if like we've changed and kids, are more tuned than we are. But if you become tuned, you'll be able to see the frequencies that surround us all the time. Like you'll be able to see the aura of someone else. And you will be able to see the energy that they give off. And you'll be able to see the energy traveling from one thing to another, like the tree to the plant or something. If you're so far evolved, you'll be able to see that. Like that'd be nice. But I'm not there, that's for sure. It's like a smokestack. So if you blocked up the vents, They wouldn't wake up. That'd be funny. So like, oh, what time is it? It's like, oh, we've slept in. And do ant stuff. Prince Charming. Excuse me. Well, I think I'm going to leave it there. I appreciate everybody for popping in. Like I say, I really don't want anyone to think that I'm having a go at them, or that I'm trying to be clever, or that I'm better than anyone else, or that I'm threatening anyone. I'm trying to warn people that, you know, times are changing. The person who wrote the script is rewriting it, whether we like it or not. We don't have a say in it. It's not our script, it's his script. And he's got the ability to do that. It's not temporary. This is for the long haul. This is long way down, long way down the road. This is like we won't see the end of this transformation. I say we. Hopefully, I do, but hopefully, I'll get younger and younger and younger and get to see it play out. But you know, I live as long as Noah or someone. But this is, you know, long term. I don't know what is that I need to say. This is like an epic movie. This is not going to be over. It's not going to be over in a, you know, it's not a short one. It's not an hour and a half. Like this is the long haul, the long road. Basically, we're still in the game of life, and we've had 2 versions already, and now we're going back to the original version. There was supposed to be an earthquake, and there's supposed to be a volcano going off. So where did the big earthquake hit? There's supposed to be a volcano going, and then with the earthquake. So a volcano is supposed to get a little bit uptight. Even the greatest general in the world is useless if he does not have an army. 7.6. Wow. Cayman Islands. Wow, that's pretty bad. That's something we don't get much of over here, to be fair, earthquakes. But if we do, it's like, you know, 2 point something, 3 point something. And I think ours is probably mainly due to the amount of coal that we've taken from under the ground. I think somebody in the chase nipped off somewhere that was like that. Probably had a coconut land on their head or something, which is, you know, I suppose karma in a way. There's stuff that I want to say, but I'm not scared of anything in this reality, but I am scared of God. So I am, and I always have been scared to say stuff, but always felt that I should say it because it's only fair that people know. Like that's exactly how I feel. It's only fair that people know, like the situation that's going on, and it's up to them to understand what it is that I'm saying. But trust me when I say it's not temporary. Trust me, I have not done any black magic or spells on nobody, no one. Everything that's happened has happened because you've done it, and it's come back and, you know, bit your ass. I haven't wished any ill on anyone. I've only offered love, and I've only offered, the thought of saving people. I don't see, I'm not going to say never, because obviously, someday at some time somebody might do something, and I may not be offering out love, but I know that I'm not going to judge anyone. That's up to God. He's in charge. He can choose to forgive. I forgive. I'm not bothered, because you know he's way more powerful than I am. So whatever he decides is going to be, justice enough, I suppose. So it's let God and let go, or let go and let God. So just let go and let God sort it. If you have a problem, God, I've got a problem, and then so let go and let God. Volcano will be in Yellowstone. Oh, haven't you seen? Yeah, I've seen the movie. It's a big, big. More will hit before the end. We are between two faults, San Andreas. Yes. Volcano could be in Southern California. Yeah, not a small shaker. No, no. Cooler shaker. Trigger the earthquakes. But all of these things, I suppose if you look, they've all been predicted. And, people have been told to move to different places in order to avoid what's going to happen. New Madrid. Fan was giving us a hint. Head toward the mountains. Yes. Absolutely. Like I say, it's all been predicted. There's nothing that really should catch anybody out. And I'm just trying to say, do the right thing for your own sake. And no, not for your own sake. Do the right thing for the sake of those people that are, being abused, or however that is, and do the right thing for yourself, because helping those people, even though you probably hurt them as well, helping them out of where they are and bringing them back to God is better than leaving them where they are and letting things happen against God, because some of those people are chosen people, and they will be freed one way or another. But they're either going to be freed because you did the right thing, or they're going to be freed because you were taken out of the equation, and now they're free. That's just the way it works. I can't head to the mountains, but I can leave. In some places, like there'll be people in some places that aren't affected because they're just not going to be affected. And if you happen to be in those places, then fine. They're not in the mountains, but they're okay. I just want people to get on. I just want people to just do the right thing. I just want people to be safe. I want those that are trapped or hurt or in fear. Well, first I want all those people to know that they won't be there for much longer. I promise them that. They won't be there for much longer. How they are taken out from those places, is up to those people that are keeping them there and God. And if you deserve to be in a good place, you'll be in a good place. And the tidal waves. So I wish everybody love and light, as I always do. I don't hold any grudges. I don't think there's any need. I don't care to get in any arguments. I don't think there's any need. Let go and let God. That's what I've done. So, anything that happens to anyone is out of my hands, which is basically what Forrest said. Whoever finds it, keeps it, and once it's found, it's out of my hands. This is out of my hands. I don't know what it is that people think they can do against the person that writes the script. I honestly don't. I really don't. That it's like the well, it'd be like Super Mario trying to play Roblox. Claim Roblox as his own. Ain't gonna happen. Just it isn't. He's just a character in a game that's been written by someone else. Fly fishing along roads. He didn't want to do it again and decided whether a consequence to suffer. I was burning evidence tonight. You were? Oh, just said to people, don't burn evidence. There's no point. How you doing, Fendi? Don't burn evidence, Fendi. It will come back worse. God already knows. He's already told me to tell people. It's already sorted. Like the evidence is already known. It doesn't matter. It's better for everybody to just come clean than to try and hide it. And it's better for everybody to, admit the suffering that they caused, and take the consequences than to go against it, because it's just less karma. It's just less karma. And trust me, karma is if you're messing with the chosen one, karma's going to be bad. It really is. There's no, I can't hide that. That it's going to happen. That is. But if you're helping in the freeing of those people, the health of those people, the wealth of those people, then maybe, it's not going to be as bad. But yeah, stop burning evidence. It doesn't matter. Too late. It's too late. It doesn't matter. Buy land on the other side that was there, west of California, new ocean frontage. Happy days, Fendi. West Coast ocean edge is covered in pastoral land. Beautiful, beautiful. The architect wrote the script, of course. It's a divine plan, which has divine timing, and that's it. That's it. There's nothing you can do about it. You just follow the script. I said, if you don't have a program, how are you going to know? You just follow the script, or you let go and let God, and that's all there is to it. Cheers, MJ. Yes, he's going. The thrill of the chase. Honesty, God, give it to a child to solve it. But you're not a child. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good night, whoever you are. Yeah, it's good night from me, and it's good night from him. Like I say, I appreciate everyone. Love everyone. I'm not concerned, going forward in anything other than those people who will bring karma on themselves because they refuse to listen. And it's not from me. It's from yourselves. Whatever you're doing that causes your tower is on you. Whatever you can do to lessen that is on you. From my point of view, it's not going to be worse because of me. It's not going to be it'll be better because I'm warning you, but from my point of view, I've done what, I've done something I shouldn't be doing. I shouldn't be telling you because I'm giving you a heads up, and that could help you burn evidence, but it's too late. But I'm giving you a heads up in the case that you are going to be judged, and it's better that you do the right thing and have less karma than more karma. It's that simple. You're going to be judged. We're all being judged. All of us are being judged, and the amount of karma that you get is totally on what it is that you've done that is against God's wishes. That's it. And it's not going to be temporary. It really is not going to be temporary. And like I say about the red and dark blue, whatever religion that was, whatever symbol that is, it wasn't about meeting someone that was a twin flame or a soulmate or was going to make them a billionaire. It was about the person that they actually married in the end. So if you intervene and try and stop 20 soulmates from getting to someone, it's not those 20 soulmates, it's the one soulmate that actually did get through. Like, it can't be stopped. It's not going to, the person is going to marry somebody that's a billionaire in that story. They were always going to marry somebody that was a billionaire. It wasn't the person they met, it was the person that they married that makes them the billionaire. So you couldn't stop it. They were going to meet this person, the person was going to make them a billionaire, that's it. So that woman, who intervened, just silly. Here's the thing. People steal my trash. Yes, they tried to steal my energy, but what can you do? Yeah. What can you do? What can you do? You just have to love and forgive. If they feel like you are helping friendly, so be it. Shit in a bucket and put that on top of your trash. There you go. That solves it all. Or just get a big dog. Or a big cat. Preferably a panda, or not a panda, a panther. The hearts will be judged, indeed. They will be judged. And, nothing anyone can do about it. It really isn't. And if you do, want to do the right thing, you need to do it for the right reasons. You need to really go inside yourself and don't just say, okay, if I get, if I let these people free, or if I hand over these people, or I do this and do that, you have to mean it. You have to, no good letting them go and then get somebody else. He'll know. So done that, Geoduck. Mustard stuff. There's some change in it. The actions will be, make sure it's got some tang to it. Oh, I never know what page I'm on. Hello, Nikki. I'm just about to go. Sorry, not because you're here. It's just the way it is. So thick you could literally walk on it. I'm glad that you're here though. But yeah, I was about to lay my head down for the night. Oh, and just another thing, I am sleeping okay as well. So for those people that are still trying, just crazy trying. I think I may have woke up the other day. Someone tried to get in, made me jump. Well, made me laugh, but made me jump. Okay. Yeah, unless you have a time machine, then you can meet with again. Have a good one. Good night to all. I hope you get your wishes. I haven't got any wishes. Like I've tried to tell anybody, there's no free will. Your life is predestined, unless you ask to change it, and then you go to a different timeline. So you're no longer in this timeline, you're in another timeline. But my timeline now has been scripted, and I'm not bothered about I'm happy, I'm content, which is what Forrest said. So I'm content that if I let go and let God, God will give me whatever it is that God, thinks that I'm worth. So my my effort will be worth whatever it's worth, the cold or whatever. Which sounds weird, doesn't it? Your effort will be worth the cold. So does it mean your effort will be worth the cold, and that's what it is you get? Excuse me, you get the cold. That's what you get. Your effort will be worth the cold. That's what you're going to get. For your effort, you're going to suffer. And then if you are brave and in the wood, I'll give you title to the gold. So let go, let God. That's how it works. So thank you. Thanks, Nikki, for watching from the beginning. I appreciate the likes and the people that are here. It's more people than I thought, to be fair. God will give you what you need, not what you want. Sometimes they are. Yeah, pretty true. Like, the thing with God, he sees the bigger picture. Like, you see it from your point of view, but he sees the bigger picture and he sees the future and blah, blah, blah. And he knows how to take all of those strings. Oh, that's another thing about the spiders and the webs and everything. But he takes all of those things, weaves them all together, and gives you the best life that you deserve. You just have to believe that that will be the case. Because once you start fighting it, then you screw up his divine plan, and he can't give you those things you want. And if you tell him that you don't want them or you're not worthy of them, then he won't give you them. So yeah, the things that you need will be given to you. The things that you want sometimes are not good for you, because you might love somebody and they might turn out to really, hurt you and be no good. So God will say, right, you can't have that person. You'll be like, oh, why have you taken this person away from me? You're such a horrible person. You're horrible, God. You're horrible. And they'll say, well, because this person is going to hurt you really badly, but this person is going to love you really, really well. So, it's better for you if you have this person. So that's how he does it. That's the kind of man he is, or girl he is, or thing he is, or spirit he is, or whatever you want to say. All right, I'm writing songs on .com. All right now, is it? It's all right now. Been there, done that with bad people. Yeah. And that's the way it goes. So mote it be, they say. So ciao for now. Take care, everyone. Love you all. Be safe.